Well, as you all know, but I will say for our international listeners, last week was Thanksgiving here in the United States, or the un-United States, and I was in the store. Hey, somebody fixed that because it was ununited in the show notes. Somebody corrected that. Somebody corrected my notes. I said un-United States. Anyway, it was Thanksgiving here in the un-United States, and I was in the store picking up a turkey, and I overheard a lady ask the store clerk if the turkeys get any bigger, and he replied, "No, they're dead." And Cheetaro, you will appreciate this. I read recently where a scientist combined the DNA of a cheetah with the DNA of a crab. Unfortunately, things went sideways real fast.
Oh, well, that's here.
And you know the internet is complex, and I started reading a research paper on Christianity, but I soon realized it was just mostly cross-referencing. Okay, well, enough of this willy-nilly silliness. Let's get this show on the tracks. Greetings and Moobarkfluff to all the creatures in the Podiverse. I am Bearly, and you are listening to Bearly Furcasting featuring Taebyn, which we're not sure whether Taebyn is actually going to be here or not, although I did see he just popped into the screen, but I don't know if he can hear us or we can't hear him. Taebyn, are you there? I don't hear him. Okay. The show that asked the question, is it live or is it Memorex? Well, clearly it's not live or Memorex at this point.
Not live.
Rayne, TikTok, Cheetaro, and Ziggy are all locked in and ready to go. Moobarkfluff to all of you. How the fluff are all of you?
Doing great.
Doing the fluff.
Okay.
Yeah, so far
Doing well,
living the
believe it or
dream.
not.
Okay.
Doing well.
All right.
Moobarkfluff.
At some point, I'm hoping that Taebyn will pop into the show. If not, we will be a Taebyn-less show. So I know, it's so sad.
Up goes the Taebyn.
Yeah, poor little Taebyn. So Aquatafur was held the weekend of November 7th through November 9th in Wisconsin Dells, which is a town that is mostly can be described as old, and you can't swing a dead cat without hitting a water park. You know, it's an interesting place, and there's a huge like Trojan horse that's a water slide that goes through I don't know whether the slide comes out the back of the horse or the front of the horse, but I'm sure it goes somewhere. Or is that a parking structure or something? I don't know what it is. It's probably a road thing or something like that. It was held at the Chula Vista Resort and Water Park. Overall, it was pretty good. It was a little smaller than Furlandia. They had about 1,945 attendees. So it was crowded, but not overly so. If they keep growing, they will definitely outgrow their space. Now, in my opinion, they didn't utilize most of the space that they had. For example, they could have swapped out locations for the dealer's den and the registration, because the registration area room was huge. And after registration was done, there was nothing in there. It was where they had a play area for fursuiters, and they had like 2 beach balls and a climb on thing. And it's like, you know what? You could have put the entire dealer's den in there and had 4 times the amount of dealers and put registration up where the dealers were, and it would have been great. They had a good mix of general interest and adult interest. The hotel resort is aging and showing signs of past glory. I would say there was a train-themed... I thought it was very strange to have a train-themed hotel at a water park, but you know, but none of the trains were running. They had model tracks all above you everywhere, but none of the trains were running, and so clearly that was somebody's hobby when they started the place, and it never really followed through. And now we have a guest. We have Farrellyn the Fuka, who happens to be my sister, and is also known as Highleen on the what the hell is our other podcast? Oh, Royal Highness.
Royal Highness.
Oh my God. You guys, I'm now looking for a new producer. So if y'all are interested, I'll have you know that we actually made some money a little bit ago. Yeah, it was exactly 1 penny.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, hey, that's how we started. Now we're up to like, I think we've $1.31, something like that.
$1.30. It's a dream, Rayne. A dream.
Yes, I know. It's the dream.
A dream.
Yeah.
Now, this was Fuka's first FurCon. and her very
Okay, this was my first furry
right, and it
anything
was her
ever.
exposure to furries on a big scale,
Yay.
and she
Yes.
is considered a normie because she is not a furry. I can say she's furry adjacent because she's the mom of a fur. She's the mom of Timbers and Lila. So Lila and Timbers are my niece and nephew. You guys can figure it out, listeners, which one's which, and we'll go from there. So not Fuka,
Yes.
Farrellyn,
Fairlyn,
tell
yes.
us what you thought of this fandom.
That's the okay. Do you wanna know what I think of the fandom or of the event?
Well, let's start with the event.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will say, overall, the event, I agree with you, they didn't utilize the space well, but, it's a young con, I think, but it it may have been that they didn't get enough dealers, so they made put them in a smaller room. Anyway, to make it look more energetic, whatever.
It could be.
That's the event planner in me.
Yeah.
Sorry. You can edit all that. Okay, so, overall, I thought it was a lot of fun, and I think a lot of the fun comes from the fact that it is small enough that you get to the point where you're passing the same people in the halls, and then eventually you start talking to all the people in the halls, and then you start noticing that they've changed up things in their outfits in the halls, and so it's a lot of fun that way. It's much more intimate than other cons that I've been to, that are much, much bigger. So that was great. As far as the fandom goes, oh my gosh, you guys. Um,
Uh,
I
Sorry?
I what I am overwhelmed with how amazingly wonderful,
Oh,
like,
phew.
everybody we
Yay.
interacted with was. Both me I did not wear a fursuit of any kind of anything. I just was myself, and people were just as open and accepting to me as they were to other people in, um, you know, outfits. So,
One
that
of
was
us,
great.
one of us, one of us, one of us, one of us,
Son of us.
one of us, one of us.
Is it like when cats know that you're one of them and they just kinda
Right.
Yes.
okay,
Just
gotcha.
like that,
Mhm.
yes.
I loved that there was this space for, especially young people who have a really hard time these days with, their own identities, and it's honestly, they get so much input from so many directions all day long, every day, all the time. And so this is a nice retreat back from that,
Mhm.
right? You you put on that hat and there's only so many things you can do then, right? You interact with people who are like you and you interact with people who get you. And I think that's absolutely amazing.
Okay.
So you saw the magic.
Yeah, I did.
Well,
Absolutely.
that's good. Did Was there anything at the con that stood out to you as outstanding or something that you didn't expect to be at a furry con?
I guess the burlesque show took me by
It took me by
surprise.
surprise too. Um, I had never seen a furry burlesque show, and it wasn't mostly furries. I mean, it was people that are furries,
They
but they were doing things on the stage.
yes.
Well, you did
And
see you did see TikTok sock burlesque though. I mean, I
Yes.
spent a long time filming that.
Many thanks to Rain. But yes, I had my own burlesque show where you can see me moving very, very stiffly
Oh,
and
oh, oh.
throwing socks off of my
Oh,
fursuit.
well, I must find this video.
I can
Um,
send it to you.
that sounds amazing. They did have a special guest.
mhm.
They had Fiona the horse was there, and the
Nice.
Oh,
funniest
okay.
thing so I'm sitting with I'm sitting at a burlesque show next to my daughter and my brother going, "This is an odd place to be, but I'm into it." So, she comes out, and all of a sudden, I look at my daughter, and she's on her phone, and she's typed, "PETA, the horse is here." And she's sending it to all of her friend groups, so I thought that was
Nice.
amazing.
Yeah, so the burlesque show was interesting. I didn't know what to expect. I honestly expected people in fursuits to be doing things like like you would do at a burlesque show, but in a fursuit. But this was an actual burlesque show where
Oh, wow.
they had a gal that came out and did a thing on the big hoop. It was down lower to the ground because they couldn't suspend it up there in the thing. There was dancing and singing and scantily clad and striptease.
Oh my!
And
There were sharks.
there were sharks.
Left and right?
Yes, left.
Yes,
right.
and they took over the
They
show.
did. I
course.
think it was. I don't know that it was planned that way. It didn't seem planned. It didn't seem planned at all.
It did not seem planned that way.
Were they baby sharks or just
No, but they
sharks?
did sing the baby shark song, much to the dismay of the host.
Yes.
So it got out of
One would expect he has a toddler at home.
yes. So
Tralala,
they
tralala.
they had the little blue shark suits like they did at the Super Bowl,
Katy Perry?
and they they did a little background with something, and then the one guy in the shark suit decided he was just going to come on stage whenever he wanted and do things in the background. And there was a song playing, and there was a gal, doing her burlesque act, and here's Shark in the background to the beat of the music, just moving across the stage.
Okay.
And nobody went full nudity,
Nope.
right? They at least had nipple covers. And so the sharks had nipple covers, which was amazing.
Because we all know.
And
yeah,
one fell
shark
off,
nipples.
and so he kept walking around with his hand where the nipple cover should have been, which I thought was hilarious.
That's modesty, very
Very,
important.
very,
Modesty is
very
important.
yeah.
Mhm.
Uh,
Oh man.
Family show.
did you go to any panels, Farrellyn?
I did not make it to any panels. Because it was so crowded, the lines for panels were quite long. And I wanted to let the folks who were there as, furries to enjoy those panels. They were made for them,
Mhm.
not for me. I spent a lot of time out at like the communal areas. And at one point I like to do adult coloring books or whatever to pass the time. So I brought those out, and groups of folks would sit down and we'd just chat, and we would talk about where they were from and why they were there and their costumes and everything. And it was great. It was just a lovely, lovely experience.
Were all the people from Wisconsin that were there, or were there from other places too? Obviously Oregon, but
Yeah, no, there was. They were from all over. I mean,
All over.
I would assume a majority were from Wisconsin because it's a Wisconsin con.
Right.
But like the guy that didn't wear a fursuit, but he was in old
Oh, he had a tail.
timey garb, and that he made all himself, like Revolutionary War garb. And he went to, and they had what was the panel? It was about
History and reenactments. Historical reenactment stuff. And
Nice.
it wasn't it had nothing to do with the community. It was just talking about historical reenactments.
and he was complaining because
So
there were Vietnam War reenactors in the panel. Now,
it's like,
That's a
what
long
is
time ago
that?
now.
it's like,
Yeah, oh
I mean, they
gosh.
skipped right over the Korean War. They don't reenact that one. Come on.
Yeah, MASH did
MASH did
that.
that for 9 years.
Yeah.
you're right.
MASH ran longer than the actual Korean War. Well, I guess it's technically still going on because they never really did sign a truce. So
Right.
True.
it's just a ceasefire armistice.
And I mean, like, after MASH has done it, who's going to do it any better?
Who's gonna make war any funnier than
Right?
that? Come
Right.
on.
It's not getting any funnier.
Did you go to the dealer's den?
Did I go to the dealer's den? Yes, I did. I did
And
not
did
go to
you
the
abide
adult
to your
section.
budget?
What's that?
Did you abide to the budget you decided?
What did
Did
I
you
buy at the
spend?
dealer's den?
Did you abide by your budget?
Yes, like say I'm gonna spend only
Yes.
$20, $10,
Okay.
but
Yes.
end up spending like $200.
I did not. Here's what I ended up doing. I ended up helping to fund my children's habits. So I gave them cash.
That's nice.
So yeah, I did not. I restrained. There were many things I would have liked to purchase. But I did not. So when you get to a certain age, you start thinking about the stuff in your house and what you're gonna have to do with it later. So
I made 2 impulse buys at the dealer's den. This is one of them. He's a worm.
Oh,
Oh,
I
Little
love
worm.
him
He's
so
the little
much.
he's
one.
a
yes.
fluffy worm.
And this is the other one, a shrimp.
Oh,
A
let's see
shrimp.
him.
Shrimp.
Shimps.
It,
Yes.
it
Shrimp.
doubles as a
Shrimp.
gun.
Yes.
Uh,
Pew
Oh,
pew.
Um,
I
Oh,
don't
oh,
want to know what it
and
shoots.
and
Water.
my niece and my sister were there when I bought it, and of course the first thing that both of them do is, so my sister had a baby.
had a baby. Which is from the movie Shark
hmm
Tale.
So
Mhm.
and the creators were there going, oh, we do that every time we make one and throw it in the box, and I'm like, okay, well, good for you. So, Farrellyn, you mentioned something when we were sitting at your house afterwards, where you described the 4 types of ADHD that you figured out
Oh
at a
no.
Furcon.
Okay, yeah.
Do you remember
hmm
what those were, and could you enlighten our cast here as to what you said they were?
I believe that was
Uh,
Highleen, not
okay.
Farrellyn. Let me see if I can remember. Well, there's definitely the hey, I'm hyperfixating on something, and I'm going to tell everybody about it in great and exacting detail and with great enthusiasm.
I've got that
So
one.
yeah,
Guilty of
okay. And
charged.
then there's the man, I'm really into this thing, and I really hope somebody asks me about it. Right?
Ooh.
They're just holding it in. But if you ask them, if you hit that button, man, they're going to be just like number one.
Once you open
Um,
the gate, there's
eh,
no way to stop the flooding.
right. I can't remember what the other 2 were. Those are the 2 I encountered the most because those kinds of folks are there a lot. And a lot of them have hyperfixated on their suits and their characters, and they want to tell you all about it, and it's fantastic. I love it.
I will say one of the things that I noticed different in Wisconsin than on the West Coast is many furs had knitted accessories, and one person actually knitted their entire fursuit.
Whoa, that's so
oh,
It was
cool.
all hand
wow.
knitted, and it was amazing. But
And so good for winter.
yes, well, it's Wisconsin, so I guess a
Right.
nice knitted fursuit and hat would be nice. So
What was that character, by the way?
I don't
Was
know.
it a hedgehog or a possum? It was some sort
I
of
think it was a
rodentish thing. I know it was
it was a
brown.
hedgehog, and then there was this one gal there that had made their own fursuit head, and the back part was much like Sonic the Hedgehog, with the spikies, the big thick spikes.
Yeah.
But she had like 20 of them coming out, like almost a foot high off of and around the thing. And after
Oh.
I said, "How long did it take you to make that fursuit head?" Well, first I asked if she made it or if she bought it, and she said she made it.
Mhm.
And she said it took about 200 hours to
Whoa.
make just the
Wow.
head. And I was like,
Yeah.
Wow.
None of
Super
it was
Saiyan.
airbrushed. It was all different colors, and it was all pieced
mhm.
together.
Oh
Yeah, it
wow.
was
Just
amazing. It
insane.
was amazing.
So here's what I will say. If there's anybody listening who's like, I don't know what this is about. I don't know. Because I will say my son is 17. He's not 18 yet, which is the reason I wanted to go, right? Responsible parent, doing the responsible parent thing. I will say in all of the public areas, I saw nothing that concerned me at all. It was a normal con, people talking, people chatting, people having a good time. When it came to the NSFW stuff, from the panels that my daughter went to, because I think she found a way to go to all of them.
hmm
Just
Yeah, she did.
she's 23. She's an adult.
hmm
um, that there didn't seem to be anybody in there that was underage. Everybody seemed to be very respectful. Everybody was very big on consent and big on making sure that everybody feels safe and respected. So I think that's very important too.
So since there were some NSFW panels, it means OSHA was not present?
No, not that type of safe
Yeah.
for work.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
So
They were making sure, yeah, everybody was going without the hard hats. What?
Steel toes.
TikTok, you had a question.
Compliance.
yes, so Farrellyn, do you see yourself going to another FurCon? And if so, do you have any ideas on where you would like to go?
Furlandia. Furlandia.
I was going to say, I hear that there's a cool one in Oregon called Furlandia or something
I
like
wouldn't
that.
know
Yes, there
anything
is.
about that.
Cheetaro's the chairman,
Gotcha. Okay.
and TikTok's the IT lead, and I'm the logistics lead.
Yep.
So this is a very Furlandia-based podcast for the most part.
It would
And
seem that
Taebyn is
way.
even a
Yes.
guest.
So yeah.
Oh, wow.
Early Furlandia feature 10.
Really Furlandia. Furly Bearlandia.
Yes. Yeah.
Um,
So was this con at a water park? Because it was called a quadifur,
yes.
and a quadifur sounds like it needed to have a water park invested in this. There was?
It was the venue it was at was a water park. Now, it was in a part of Wisconsin known for water parks. You can't, like Mike said, you can't swing a dead cat without hitting a water park. And actually, that the structure you guys were talking about, the big Trojan horse, it's a go-kart track.
Oh,
It goes through
okay.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That stuff has all been there for at least 50 to 60 years. I wouldn't.
Classic.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I did not go to the water park either. And I brought a
I did
swimsuit. I
too,
brought
but
everything.
yeah.
I figured, the kids could go off, do their thing. I'll do the water park. But I got so interested in what was going on that I didn't
Yeah.
go. So, yeah.
And there was a ton of space down below in the, as everybody that listens to our podcast knows, you go to a con and every empty space where you can stand and visit and chat is usually filled up with people. Now, had
Mhm.
any of the furs gone down to go to the water park, because I don't think a lot of them actually did, because there was a corridor that goes from the hotel to the attached water park that was probably a quarter mile long and was just as wide as a tunnel that you go to under airports, and there was no furs down there whatsoever. So
You do realize that was a tunnel under the parking lot
right,
to
sure,
the water.
yeah,
Okay.
but I'm just saying, I'm trying to give
You're
it
saying
this.
it was like a
I'm-
tunnel. I'm like,
Well, it was a tunnel, but it wasn't narrow. It was very wide, like airport tunnels, where they're very, long and wide. And
Sure.
space.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, thanks for coming on the show. You're welcome to stick around and participate in the other rest of the nonsense that we have.
Ooh.
But a lot of things are going to be skipped over because Taebyn can't talk.
Oh no!
Well,
Oh,
am
you
I
are?
here now?
Oh,
my God!
Taebyn is
There's a
Yay!
Taebyn in! Yay!
Yay!
You did it.
Wow.
Yay! Hello,
Wow.
Taebyn!
What did you do?
Hello. I am a pup, and I am here, and I don't even know how,
Wow.
but here I
Okay.
am.
Magic! It's the magic of the
magic.
furry fandom.
Well, then,
Amazing.
Apparently you conjured me when you said we're going to skip over many things because Taebyn's not here, and apparently the ghost of Taebyn couldn't
apparently
have that.
not.
Right.
So,
Maybe when you say Taebyn 3 times in front of the microphone, it's like
That's
saying
what
Bloody Mary in front of the mirror.
could be.
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice, yes.
Yeah.
Beetlejuice, Bloody Mary, Taebyn, I can't
Yeah.
even say it, but
Those
yeah,
are your
that.
3 words for the pun now.
There you go.
Oh no.
Get to work.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did it to myself. I did it
Yeah.
to
Got words
myself.
for you, but that would be funny. So, do you have any questions for Farrellyn?
I love everything you said, and it's very true. What you said about the furry fandom and everything, and everyone was just so respectful in all manners and all things, and just fun to talk to, and they just very accepting and everything. It's just always great to hear how, like what we always say on the show and just to each other and everything about how great the furry fandom is and how all that good stuff. It's great for a normie to say that too. So thank you for that.
Absolutely. Well, I think, like Mike said, I'm furry adjacent, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to point out that the decoration behind Farrellyn looks like kitty ears when you're right in front of it.
Oh,
So
it
maybe
does.
Oh, it does.
Yes. It's an Easter egg.
It's
It's a
true.
sign, an omen.
It's a sign.
One
Yeah,
of us.
definitely.
One of us.
You know,
One of us.
us.
Yeah, I heard.
Those are
It's
my
always
tattoo
interesting
monsters.
how normies come to furcons, and all of a sudden,
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
Well,
2 years
I am
later,
now
they've got
a
a
kitty
fursuit.
cat.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I am now a
And-
hamster. I am now a wildebeest.
wow, I've never seen a hamster at a furcon.
Neither have
Oh,
I.
interesting. Never. No.
Yeah, no, I
I
don't
don't
think
think I have either.
Nor have I seen a
No,
wildebeest.
What about
No.
a pangolin?
not a real.
I have not seen one of those
Not a
either.
pangolin. No.
I've seen a stuffed one, but not a real
Yeah.
fursuit one.
And I haven't seen a three-toed sloth either.
No, I have.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Yeah,
have?
there was a sloth I saw. I want to say it might have been at BLFC.
So yeah, I remember he made a video walking very slowly, a time lapse.
Yeah.
So there was.
That's why I missed him, because like I was running around and he was going so slow
Yeah.
that the differences in the speed
Yeah.
was like
So
Yeah,
one,
it was
Like
not
speed
furniture;
of light
it was an
type thing.
actual attendant.
so there was one fur there that had a skunk tail that was probably, what would you say, 15 feet long, Fairlin?
Oh my gosh.
It
And
was long and huge, just
huge,
girthy. Let's say
I mean,
that.
it was probably 4 feet wide and
Whoa.
12
my.
feet long,
Wow.
and that's all he wore was that. But at 9 o'clock in the morning, Fairlin and I were out there and we were talking to him, and he was drunk already.
Oh, hey.
I didn't see
that-
him not drunk.
That
Right.
must be appropriate for a skunk.
Yeah, so
Drunk as a
Drunk
skunk.
as
drunk
Yes.
as a skunk. Yes, it's like,
Yep.
all right.
Badoom boom ching.
Okay, well, that takes us up to things that Taebyn doesn't understand. Taebyn, do you have anything you don't understand this week?
Computers.
Microphones.
Obviously computers. Before we do that, can I say the things I would have said if I were actually here on time?
Sure.
Yes, please.
There's not too
Okay.
many, but I wrote them in love for the show and for all you furs, so I'm going to say it. So, time for Jesse for a walk. How you should do about English. A&W Film Festival submissions are open. We'll say more about that at the end of this episode on our shameless plug section, but want to alert you right away. Submissions close December 19th, so get them in. Oh my cow. And get out the flow panel submissions are also open. Oh my cow. Also, I said that. News item that came up recently in regards to the Portland Zoo. So, Cheetaro, you might have heard about this.
Possibly.
That local zookeepers make their animals now do chores to earn their keep. The lion sweeps tonight.
Oh.
Oh my God! Why?
Important. You can see why I needed to say all this, because these are important news items.
Yes.
But seriously, 2 stupid jokes that I made up.
Okay.
I did this
All
all on
right.
my own. One was, so I was building a doghouse for me, of course,
of course.
with my friend, and asked him if he thought it was sturdy enough. He tested it and said, yes, it's pretty stable. Then I said, that's like when you paint a horse house in rainbow colors, it's pretty stable.
Oh my God!
Oh.
Why? It hurts.
And
it
then the next
hurts.
day, I was talking to him about dogs and asking if he knew about how there are different breeds of canines. And he said, well, yes, I'm aware. And then I said, well, if you were a wolf, you would be a werewolf.
Werewolf? There. What? Werewolf. There. Castle.
Werewolf.
Whoa.
There.
There
They're a wolf.
Their castle.
Okay, now speaking of something else I don't understand besides computers. So I actually came across this meme the other day and I don't understand it. So maybe you can help
Okay.
me.
Okay.
The girl says to boy, what did you get on your report card? The boy says to girl, mostly bees.
What?
Hmm?
Huh?
Okay. I'll say it again, and I seriously don't get it either. So, girl says to boy, what do you get on your report card? Boy says to girl, mostly bees.
I don't get it either.
Okay, so things for us to think about for next time and see if
Mostly
anyone
bees.
can come up with any ideas for next time.
Are you sure you told it correctly? Is there something missing? Like, were they in a?
No, it's
Were they in?
there. That's exactly what it. There's a picture of. I don't know. Maybe it's in the picture. So
Yeah,
there's
it
a
must be in the
of a
picture.
girl-
Are you sure there was no insects there?
I didn't see any. There
Honey
was just,
producing insects.
Is it maybe an apiary class?
no. They were outside walking
There's
their
a
bikes.
big word
it looked
for
like
y'all.
walking home or
Apiary.
something.
What does that mean?
And
Ooh.
and there's something
A
for
bee
next week
house.
too. What is an apiary? It is where Okay. Wait. E. It's where Ari the Sergal, when he goes to a zoo into the monkey cage, then it's an apiary.
Oh
No. No. No.
Maybe I should not have gotten my yeah, I really think I should not have got my computer working because now look what you're stuck with.
Wait, did you guys figure it out?
No.
You didn't figure it out?
No, did you?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh, thank goodness.
Hi, I'm still here.
Hey, stick around, please. It's so much fun.
It's actually a scene from My Girl.
Oh no! Oh no!
It's Macaulay Culkin and
no! Too soon! Too soon!
No!
I still don't get it.
So I still don't.
Macaulay was killed by bees at the end of the movie.
Yeah, the girl dies from bee stings.
Deadly allergic to bee stings.
Oh, cow. Okay.
So green.
So that is a journey of a meme
Wow,
right
that
there.
is- wow.
It's got twists and turns. It's got death. It got morbidity, and it's got unfortunate things all around.
Okay.
Sorry to bring the mood down, guys.
It's
I'll just turn my mic off now.
Oh, is that all the things you don't
Okay.
understand, Taebyn?
Well,
Are those all the things you don't understand?
they are all the things I don't understand, and I believe this is a perfect segue into our weekly affirmation.
Yes. Are you seeing the avocados
Yes.
dancing across your screen?
I am, and I am. Oh, there's
Yes.
two of them. Oh my cow!
Oh, now there's three.
Three of them.
Now there's three of them. What? Oh, what? I don't know about all you furs.
Farrellyn,
This
some
is-
background. Taebyn does not like avocados, and so
They are
now
evil.
we tease him with avocados whenever we can.
But look at that friendly face.
That's right. It's a little friendly avocado face.
That friendly face needs some sour cream just shoved in his mouth.
Wow. Pup is spicy.
Wow.
Spicy.
Well, I mean, maybe he likes spicy sour cream, so maybe that's okay.
Could be.
So,
Okay, let's get some Zen going, and we'll zero in on our Zen.
So for all you furs that don't know, every episode I do a little spot called Affirmations, daily affirmations to keep you through your life. And these days I am going through Therapets, which are emotional support animal cards. And I read the next 3 each week. So the 3 for this week are, you're doing well, keep going. And I know you feel anxious, but you forgot the part where you totally got this. Farrellyn caught on very quickly. She joined in and that.
She's very smart.
Very smart indeed. And everything is scary, and you feel vulnerable. But that doesn't mean anything is going to go wrong. Anxious feelings aren't usually indicative of reality. I don't know why that one made me laugh so much, but we'll just end on that.
Yes, please.
Okay. All right. Well, that takes us up to the past today. Where we talk about things that we screwed up or forgot about on our previous episodes, so we can revisit them and figure out what's going wrong. And I have a note here
What is going
that Rayne and
wrong?
Ziggy have a past today, and it says
Yes, so it's not
TBA.
really something not really something that was screwed up, but it's something that's been stuck in the past for a while now. So back at Furlandia in May of 2024.
Okay. 2024.
There's back in the past.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah.
I asked Ziggy during Taebyn Sings Weird Al if he would marry me, and he said yes.
Uh-huh.
And so, all this long, time we've been waiting to do this, and we finally got the date set for next Tuesday. There's our wedding rings.
Yay.
And they do say Rayne and Ziggy, so
Okay.
So does that mean
Oh,
each
so
one of you are
cool.
going to wear
So
the
very
other
cool.
person's ring?
yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes.
And so by the time
Aw.
this is out, we'll have been officially married. I'll officially be an honest raccoon.
Nice. Awesome.
Aw.
Yes.
Very nice.
Not
Very
living in
nice.
sin anymore.
No, not living in sin,
Yay.
except for the sodomy and all
Well,
the
not
rest
for
of
the
that
reasons that
Yeah.
we're thinking anyway.
stuff. Yeah,
Yes.
except for being gay and all that stuff. So, but
Yeah, all that other
one
shit.
thing at a time.
Well,
Yes.
Right?
Every first say yay!
Yay.
1, 2, 3,
Yay.
yay! And I know all our listeners at home also went yay too at the same time, so thank you for that.
I-
I'm sure.
Yay.
yes, I should have heard that.
Yay.
Yeah.
That's very
I heard
cool.
him.
Long time coming, but very, very cool.
Cheetaro, I see you have a note here.
Yeah, I do. And again, it's not something that we messed up on. It's just something I wanted to comment on because, throwing back to season 6, of course, this year, episode 7, regarding when Taebyn was talking about cubes specifically, talking
yeah.
about all the things. Well, I want you to know that ever since that episode, I have been seeing Rubik's Cubes everywhere. And in the past
Oh.
week, I've probably seen one at least every day. And every time I see a Rubik's Cube, I think about what Taebyn said. So I just wanted to make
Yay.
everybody aware of that because it was kind of interesting.
All right. Anybody else have anything for the past today? Taebyn?
No!
Wow, that's a first. Okay. That takes us up to our media. Yes, where we talk about
He does that every time.
Fairland's face
Farrelyn,
went...
it's okay. He does that. He didn't have a stroke or anything.
Yeah, it's such a
yes.
treat to look at her face
Yes,
for the
he's okay.
It was. It really was.
for every weirdness
Her
happening
face got
here.
very concerned
Yes.
at all of a sudden.
Yeah.
So I've been watching past South Park episodes back to like season 3 and 4, which is kind of cute. New episodes of George and Mandy's first wedding or first marriage, which is kind of cute. The spin-off of young Sheldon. I don't think it's going to make it past season 2. I just don't. It's just
No.
the character is getting dumber, and
Yeah.
it's gonna tank. I watched the newest Jurassic Park movie last night. Jurassic, whatever it is, Ocean or World or whatever the heck.
Galaxy
Galaxy something.
Kingdom
I don't know.
of
Whatever.
the mutants.
I think they've
Yeah.
milked that concept of all of its
Yeah.
allure. I mean, because all this was just basically a monster
Nothing like
fest.
beating a dead dinosaur.
Yeah.
Hear me out. Hear me out.
Okay.
Jurassic zombies.
There you go. That's
Yeah,
the next
yeah.
one.
I was
Jurassic
thinking the
zombie
same.
dinosaurs.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dawn of the dinosaurs.
New franchise.
I mean, they go to
28 million years.
they go to an island, and it's they that's where they played with
Yeah.
all the cross breeding of the various DNAs, and I mean there was one that looked like a giant alien from the movie Aliens, and I'm like, what?
Well,
Why?
it's very economical to recycle props and costumes from
That's-
other
that's
movies.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the way they did it back in the old days.
Yeah, yeah. On my flight home from Wisconsin, they have Crunchyroll as an option on the in-flight entertainment. And I saw an anime entitled "My Roommate is a Cat."
Oh my god, awesome.
Okay.
Awesome. It's an awesome show.
Have you watched it?
I have.
Okay, I would have to say it was very cute. The first half of each episode is from the human's perspective, and the second half of the episode is from the cat's perspective. And so it's very cute. So if you haven't seen it, you should watch it. I mean, it's about this shut-in guy who had a serious trauma, and he lives alone, but he's an author, and he adopts this stray cat, and he's trying to learn how to take care for a cat, and he's not doing very well. And so the second half, the cat is like, well, I have to protect him, and he's not eating, so he's bringing in parts of the cat food. And of course, then the human thinks, why is there cat food all over the place? And the cat's mad because he's not eating the food. And so it's very, very cute.
I'll have to check that out. That
There's
sounds
that.
fun.
Speaking of that, there's another one on Love, Death, and Robots. One of the episodes from this season is Because He Creeps, I think is the name of it.
Okay.
And it's about a cat protecting it's about a cat in a jail protecting its human from the devil.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
Yeah,
interesting.
it's really good, really cute. It's probably one of the cuter ones of Love, Death and Robots from this season.
Okay.
Very cute.
Oh, we got random animals popping up in corners of
Yes.
screens. I see. So so okay. Rayne and Ziggy, what have you been up to on the
Well,
media world?
I've been playing 2 VR games pretty heavily. The first one is Reach. It's like a platforming shooter game where you have a bow and a shield, so there's a lot of like crawling and climbing and like death-defying drops and stuff. So you've got to hold on. You play a stunt woman who gets pulled into this underground world and has to help try and prevent one of the inhabitants who's in jail in the underground world from being released into the world and killing all the humans.
Underground, crawling, jumping, climbing.
Yes.
Sounds weasel to me.
Yeah, it is very weasel. And then the other one just got released today is Deadpool VR. Wow, really fun. It's Neil Patrick Harris is voicing Deadpool.
Oh, really?
So yeah,
Oh no.
it's just amazing. It's really gory, really funny. I highly recommend both of the games, but right now I think Deadpool's edging out for my favorite. The mechanics are good. It's fun. And Neil Patrick Harris is just over the top, out of control, and like he's giving it, maximum effort.
Right?
I had a raccoon saying 2 hours before the game's release, 50 minutes before the game release.
I've been waiting for this for a while.
Sitting at the desk going rap, 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 rap,
Right.
rap.
So
rap,
Ziggy,
rap,
what
rap,
about
rap.
you? What have you been up to media-wise?
Oh, well, playing a lot of Fortnite. Fartnite.
Fart night?
With the
Yeah, because The Simpsons took over, so it's, Bart sprayed an A on the O,
Oh,
so now it's Fart Night.
okay.
Yes, it's been good. Now I'm waiting for a new character to drop. There's a leak. There's a cowboy raccoon called Clyde, and it's supposed to come soon. We also we watched the new Guillermo del Toro film Frankenstein.
Okay.
It was amazing.
Yeah,
it was electrifying.
Yeah, it was very good. It doesn't follow the books exactly, but it's probably one of the better adaptations of Shelley's work.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, it's really good.
Yeah,
Highly recommend.
Yeah, you have the perspective from Victor, the doctor, and from the monster.
Yeah, which is what the book was set out like that too. So that kind of made it a better adaptation of the book than any before. But some of the characters were tweaked to make them a little bit more relatable, I think, into today's audiences. But yeah, otherwise it was very good. The sets were 100% Guillermo's style, just over the top, just gorgeous, beautiful sets, and the actors were great. So yeah, definitely watch it. It's on Netflix now.
Okay.
So
Awesome. All right.
Highly recommended.
Yeah.
Okay. TikTok, how
I
about
think
you?
that's it for us.
All right.
Let's see, some Jeopardy, some silly movies, just old faves, Predator and Predator 2, and then also an episode of a German drama series, which I'll talk about in the news.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
What exactly is Predator?
Predator.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Predator. Yes. All right. Cheetaro, how about you? What have you been watching up to?
Well, my partner Pink Lemonade and I, we've been watching a lot of strange movies and interesting ones. And of course, as the movie chi, we watch lots of movies. But we watched this one movie called Spooky Buddies. It's a weird movie that involves talking puppies and Halloween silliness.
Oh, that's from the Airbud franchise.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah, it was kind of cute. I will say that it was kind of interesting for sure. We also watched a movie that's a supernatural horror movie called Before I Wake.
Okay.
It's about this couple who lose a child and they end up adopting a child. And this child has an interesting ability. While he is asleep, he can create things for people. And it was a rather interesting concept. So I recommend that movie. It was really a cool thing. Lots of unexpected things happen. It's kind of cool. Then we turned to a couple of comedies. The first one was Vacation, which is a remake of the sequel of the original National Lampoon's
Yes.
Vacation. And if you remember, Taebyn actually watched this a couple of episodes ago and was talking about it, and I thought, that it must be something that I need to watch, because I remember the first one, how funny it was, and this one is extremely funny, specifically the scene where they went to the hot springs, and
Oh,
it turned
no.
out to not be hot
Yeah.
springs.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just say
They were hot.
they were hot, all right.
Yeah.
5 feet
Yeah.
away. Does
Yeah.
okay.
And if that's not enough for a comedy, we watched this movie called RV, which is RV Runaway Vacation. It stars Robin Williams.
Oh, wow.
as-
Oh, I remember
I
this.
remember
Oh
this
my
movie.
gosh.
Yes. yes.
He rents an RV to take his
Yes.
family to Colorado and the Rocky Mountains and stuff because of it turned out he had to do for a meeting and stuff. He ends up meeting this strange family along the way, and lots of hilarity ensues. In all honesty, it's rather funny. There's a whole entire scene where he's actually riding a bike through the mountains, and it's rather hilarious. Then we went to an actual real movie theater to see a brand new movie. Well, maybe not so brand new because it came out not too long ago, but called Predator Badlands.
Okay.
Oh my God. This was probably, in my opinion, the best Predator movie that has ever come out.
I've heard good things about it. Yeah.
It's an awesome movie. It's interesting because of the fact that this time the Predator actually makes friends.
Oh,
Yeah.
by the power
Yeah.
of friendship.
Yeah, and one of which is is this animal that's kind of cool, and I'm not going to wreck it for anybody, but it's really an awesome movie. If you have a chance to go see it while it's still in the theater, because it probably would be better on a larger screen than a smaller one. Then
This
we moved to
December, Lifetime brings you a Predator Christmas.
yeah.
Only on Hallmark.
Right. Then we moved to
Featuring
some.
Mariah Carey.
Oh God, no! As an ice cube? No,
And
I'm
Jim
kidding.
Carrey as her husband.
And Paul Rudd as
Now-
the Predators.
And all the woodland creatures come in and cuddle up to Predator, and I don't think I'll say what happens next. then.
Right.
It's the woodland creatures from South Park.
Well, as funny as it sounds that you mentioned Jim Carrey, there was a couple of sillier movies that we watched, which I had never seen. The Ace Ventura movies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Yeah, I had
Oh
never
my
seen
cow.
them. Yeah, I had never seen them before. And so I will say that Jim Carrey is as funny as always in these. And in the second movie, when nature calls,
Chicago.
birthing himself out of a rhino had to be the best thing, specifically because of the fact that there's children watching this happen, and the girl goes, "Oh," and the boy goes, "Awesome." It was just an interesting thing,
Chicago.
Yeah. But in the realm of anime, we actually been watching a couple of things. We've been watching this one series called Dan to Dan. It's kind of a strange supernatural type thing, but we've also been watching this one that's called Is This a Zombie? Both have interesting storylines, but this is a Zombie has a very interesting storyline because it's about this zombie who actually ends up turning and transforming into this magical garment girl. Now the ironic part is this zombie is a boy.
Okay.
And it's rather hilarious watching him transform into this garment girl. So if you're interested in anime, Is This a Zombie on Crunchyroll?
Okay.
But other than that, that's all there is until movie review time.
All right. Taebyn, what have you been consuming media-wise?
Well, no, I haven't been consuming a well because that would be a very empty calorie.
Yes, it would.
Well.
That's three holes in the ground. Yeah.
That is a deep subject.
That was a lot funnier than what I tried to say. So thank you for that. Let's see. So South Park, and the most recent episode I watched, like the most recent one out, as of Matt and Trey are just like, wow.
Yeah, they've been outdoing themselves this season.
They like, oh my cow. Anyway, yes. So, yeah, in my opinion, yeah. Okay. Anyway, I'll just stick with that. We started watching this show on Netflix called Animal Kingdom. Has anyone heard of or seen that?
Oh no, that was Mutual
Huh?
Omaha's
No,
Wild
Mutual
Kingdom. That
Omaha,
was
Wild
different.
Kingdom,
Wild
yeah.
Kingdom.
No, this is Animal
Okay.
Kingdom. It's a 2016 series. There's actually 6 seasons. It's really good. It's got an 8.2 out of 10 on IMDb. It won Television Series Award at one point, and then 4 other award nominations for some various awards. And it's about a family whose lifestyle is basically criminal activities. And it's not it's a drama,
Yes.
and it's really good. The pilot episode is about his name is Josh Cody's, or goes by Jay, whose mom dies, and mom's sister and 4 uncles take him in, and well, he gets forced into a life of crime, basically, and that's great. We've only seen the first season, but so far it's actually a pretty good show. I don't know. I'm looking forward to watching the next episode, next season, and of course, as I say, there's 6 seasons, so it's a lot of people like it. We finished season 1 of Son of Gritch. I talked about this show on the last episode. Very Goldberg's-esque. The mom isn't at all like Beverly, but the middle school age son narrates just like Adam does, and he does own so much of his very much in the style of Adam Goldberg. It's actually a pretty good show.
I tried to watch the first episode. I couldn't get past it. I just could not get past
I could see
the first
why.
episode.
Yeah, I can see that too. It gets better, I think, than the first episode, but I won't say it's insanely better. So I'm not going to say, oh, you should try watching more, because I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to say, I see where you're coming from, and I'm really
been relegated to the shows that I no longer watch, much like The Karate Kid.
But did I forget in the first season? Is it Goldberg's-esque?
I don't recall. Like I said, I couldn't get through. But yes, he's narrating it, and the other kids are picking on him.
He's narrating.
Whatever.
And that's narrating, and that's about it. So all you furs, this is my huge, amazing non-recommendation to watch the show unless you have nothing else to watch. Okay. I would definitely highly recommend, if you had to choose one of the two, watch Goldberg's.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. We started a Netflix series called Fisk. Has anyone heard of Fisk?
No.
Is this a Marvel thing?
Is
this a Marvel thing?
No,
okay.
it's
Not about the
an
Kingpin.
Australian thing. It's a Netflix series. I forget what it's relatively recent. I forget the year it came out. It's a comedy about a contracts lawyer. Her name is Helen Fisk, hence the name of the show, who is forced to take a job at a shabby law firm. Hilarity ensues. It's Australian, but you can understand without subtitles, which helps, and has that Australian, almost British sense of humor, if you know what I mean by that.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good. If you've only seen a few episodes, it's pretty good. I think maybe better than Son of a Gritch. I don't know. As I say, we've only seen a few episodes, but it's pretty good. We're going to keep watching. It would be interesting, Barely, to know what you think about this show, even if you only see the first episode. Although it's a pilot, but still, what do you think of this first episode compared to Son of a Gritch?
What's the show?
In terms of which one could you make it through better, I guess.
What's the name of the show? Fitch?
It's just Fisk. Fisk.
Okay. I'll give it a watch.
It's on Netflix. And I've been playing, of course, Royal Kingdom, Beat Saber, and Hollow Fit a little bit. And I guess that ends what I have been meeting for the last few weeksies.
So, Cheetaro, do you have a movie review for us?
I do have a movie review for us today. This one is a Mufasa, the Lion King, from Disney Plus, streaming on Disney Plus. You would say that by the title that you would already know one of the people that stars in this movie, but you would be wrong. And the reason why I say that is because the movie actually starts, and I think this is important to say, it actually starts with the voice of Mufasa from the Lion King original animated. And then it comes up and says, in remembrance of James Earl Jones. Because James Earl Jones died in September of 2024, and this movie came out in December of 2024, so they actually don't have him as the voice of Mufasa. But what's interesting is, when you start this movie, you're thinking to yourself, this is a movie about Mufasa, obviously, because that's why they named it, right?
You would
Well,
think.
you would think. But it starts kind of where The Lion King ended, okay? Now, if we
Okay.
all remember The Lion King, how it, well, let's say it this way: The Lion King 2, how it ended is that Simba and Nala ended up having a kid, a little
Mhm.
cub, and and that cub is who starts off this movie, because you see Simba talking to his daughter and so on and so forth, and whatever. And so, uh, but Nala is actually going has gone off because she's giving birth to another cub, and so
Mhm.
Simba is going to see how that's going. And so the baby is like left all to herself, and of course Timon and Pumbaa are supposed to be babysitting, but we all know
Oh no.
what hilarity
Yeah.
Timon and Pumbaa do, right? So Rafiki comes along and ends up starting to tell a story, because she's kind of afraid because of the fact that her dad and mom are gone, and she's afraid they're never going to come
Mm.
back and stuff. So he says, well, let me tell you a story about Mufasa. And so that's kind of where this whole entire movie is it's a story being told about what happened to Mufasa when Mufasa was a cub and growing up.
Ah,
and
okay.
and so it's interesting because there's a lot of interesting similarities between what happens to Mufasa as a child and what happens to Simba as a child. Well, in Mufasa's case, there was this big gigantic this watering hole, and a big gigantic flood came, and it like washed him totally down the river away from his family and everybody, and he ends up coming up against this new family who ends up the young kid named Taka, the young lion called Taka, said, "Hey, you're my brother." Well, here's the interesting part. Like I said, there's lots of stuff that gets answered in this movie. Like, for example, when we watch The Lion King and we see Mufasa and Scar, you look at those two and it's like you say, those two don't look anything like each other. They don't look anything like what, there's a lot of differences between them, right?
Mhm.
It's like, why were there differences between them? Well, the differences between them were because of the fact that Mufasa and Scar were actually joined together when they were cubs, and they're talking about it in this story. So it's kind of
Mm.
a cool aspect of how that works, in terms of that Mufasa ends up, needing to protect Taka, because that's what Scar's original name was.
Ah,
And
okay.
and they're going trying to find a place because these white lions are trying to kill them. Along the way, they end up running into a female lion called Sarabe. And if we all remember who Mufasa's wife was in The Lion King, it was Sarabe. So
Mhm.
he ends up meeting his wife and stuff like that, and blah blah blah. So it was rather an interesting story, and I'm not going to talk too much about it because of the fact that talking almost anything about it is going to wreck most of the movie.
Okay.
But I will say that if you remember when I talked about the Lion King live action movie, about how nice it was and things like that, this movie actually, because of the fact that there's a 5-year difference between when they did, well, 5-year difference from when it was released, but
Right.
the aspect that the graphic ability, because this is all CGI, the graphic
Mhm.
ability for the animals is like literally, and I kid you not when I say this, 200% better.
Oh, wow.
The animals are a lot more clear, they're a lot more sharp, they look a lot more realistic, and it's amazing. The mouth movements on them are so natural, more natural than they were in the first live action Lion King movie. So I'm going to say that this was a really good movie. They did a really good job of giving the backstory of Mufasa, and things like Where did Mufasa come from? Why was Mufasa and Rafiki best of friends? Where did Scar fit in all of this? And how it even explains why Pride Rock ended up the way that it looked. So lots of
Okay.
interesting things happened in this movie. So I recommend watching it because it answers a lot of questions, so to speak, from the previous movies. If that is, if you ask those strange questions
Oh,
during movies, of course.
cool.
But in all honesty, I would say this deserves my highest markings for a movie review, and I'm giving it 5 chirps because
Oh,
it literally
impressive.
Ah,
blew me out of the water, in all honesty. Not
Mm,
to say a strange metaphor that involves the movie, but it was rather interesting because it keeps you kind of placed into the wanting to know more about what's going on and stuff like that. So if you're going to see a movie that's going to answer lots of questions from The Lion King, see Mufasa, The Lion King, and streaming on Disney Plus.
Now it's time for our intrepid news reporter, TikTok. What's going on in the world of furry news?
oh, we got 4 scoops for you furs this week.
4 scoops? That's a lot of
Four
scoops.
mm,
scoops. That
yeah.
is. So
Need the
buckle up.
extra large cone.
Buckle up. First off, MFF has joined in on the no tactical gear bandwagon to their costume policy. Per our code of conduct, wearing or displaying garments, costumes, or signage that are deemed by MFF to intimidate or communicate hostile messaging or sentiment is prohibited. Given the current situation, we want to assure you that this includes cosplay or costuming that incorporates tactical or military style gear.
And if any fur is at MFF right now, this episode drops when MFF is going on. So if you're there, furs, and you've encountered the no tactical gear and you want to write in and tell us how it went, feel free to do so.
Yes, very good. Thank you, Barely. On Saturday, November 15th, Fur Affinity was hacked again. However, this was a bit more minor. About 7,000 accounts were affected. They appear to be mostly kind of dead accounts that people aren't, not really using. The staff did email and sent notes to the affected users and report no action is required to any other users. Anywho, third up, our furry hearts go out to our friends in Europe, Slovenia in particular. Golden Horn, a furcon in the picturesque seaside Adria resort in Akam, Slovenia, was attacked by a group of non attendees during their recent convention on the weekend of November 13th. The violent group started with throwing firecrackers at the attendees at the party houses. Police were called, situation settled down, but then continued throughout the weekend. Some attendees were attacked the following night in their rooms with tear gas and fire extinguishers. Fistfights occurred, resulting in injuries. One arrest was made. Convention staff appear to have handled the situation professionally and courteously, to the attendees. They basically had the attendees shelter in place in their rooms, locked doors, pull blinds. Also had a public statement for the townspeople. However, the motives of the group are unknown as of now. Now, on to a far better and way more fun thing. I saw an episode of the German drama series Nista Aqua Glück, aka Next Exit Happiness. It's an ongoing series, style that I love to tease my hubby about because he loves these types of shows. It's ordinary ish people doing ordinary ish things, but they're way, way too pretty to be ordinary.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of like Sex in the City ish, but with more drama. Yeah, kind of get the idea. Overall premise is that the main character, Katharina, was raised in a small town in East Germany, Eichengott, but her husband escaped before unification. Ex comes home after 30 years, drama happens. Why am I including this in Fur News? Well, a recent episode, Behind the Mask, based in current times, a furry convention is taking place in Eisenach. What's interesting is that the furries serve as something of a backdrop, backstory to what's going on in the main story. You see fursuiters interacting with the townspeople. In the background, everyone is having fun with the interactions. And one of the characters, Sylvie meets a fox fursuiter at a bar while having girl brunch with her friends.
Ooh.
Sylvie hugs the fox, who is also wearing a free hugs badge, and magic happens.
Ah.
One of us,
Mm.
one of
One of
us,
us,
one of
yes,
us.
indeed. Now, I've talked about fursuit hugs in fur news before, but to see it depicted in such a way on the screen was moving, to say the least. It really connoted what can happen, what can be like to hug a fursuiter. The figures were just moving, exploring the neck fur, and just completely giving in to the moment. Later on, the fox, Simon, out of costume, says to Sylvie, who is a little embarrassed about the encounter, he said, the contact corresponds to something within us, like an inner child. And it's also revealed that Sylvie has recovered from a major illness and shut down emotionally during the process, to the point where she wasn't sure if she could feel again. That hug was the first moment she realized she could still connect with her emotions.
Aw.
Mm.
Yeah, yes. Needless to say, the town loves the fun party scene the FurCon provides, and Sylvie does get her own fursuit, a
Oh,
hamster.
A
nice.
hamster.
A hamster.
A
Oh my god.
hamster. Oh wow.
There we go. So
And
they do exist.
Yeah.
with much more hugs. And to finish it off, some may feel threatened by the fandom becoming too normalized. I welcome silly media such as this. It just it simply shows us as just a fun, loving group of people, and we sure love to give fursuit hugs.
Nice.
And that's the news for this week.
Awesome. All right. So here are the upcoming events for December and January.
Upcoming events.
Midwest Fur Fest is going on as this episode drops, December 4th through the 7th in the Rosemont, Illinois, being held at the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center. The following weekend,
I like how you said that. It was very
it was very
I don't know what the word
announcer-ish.
is.
So,
pleasant. An announcer. Yes. It was.
Furs Upon Malaysia is taking place December 13th and the 14th in the Hotel Armada Petaling Yaya in Petaling Yaya, Selangor, Malaysia. Winty, the Winter Furry Fusion
Winty.
is taking place December 19th to the 21st in Shanghai, China. New Year's Furry Ball, is taking place December 30th through January 1st at the Doubletree in Hilton in the Hotel Wilmington, Delaware. Anthro Northwest, one of our local fests, is taking place December 31st through January 4th at the Hyatt Regency in Seattle, Washington, and I'm sure there'll be more on that later on in the shameless plugs.
No, it's
The
so
Painted
well
Desert FurCon taking place January 2nd through the 4th in Phoenix, Arizona. The Japan Meeting of the Furries is taking place January 9th through the 11th in Toyohashi, Japan. Anthro North England is taking place January 15th through the 18th in Boston, Massachusetts. You can throw fur if you want.
You can.
Taking place January 15th through the 19th in France. I'm not going to try and pronounce any of that. Further Confusion is taking place January 15th through the 19th in San Jose, California. And finally, January 19th through February 1st in Norgesund, Norway at the Sole Gjestergerd is taking place the Anthros and Alpine. There you go. Those are the upcoming events for December and January 2025 and 2026. So normally we would have a story at this point, but Taebyn has some explanation to do because what's your explanation, Taebyn?
Because, well, so I came in so late because my computer, as we were talking about, I don't understand computers or anything. And we've been going so long, and I figured you all did such a great job in talking about Aquatifur anyway. I thought that just makes for a great story right there. I did have a story this week. I think because of the great story that's already been told, I'll read it next week. But the spoiler alert is I'm going to start reading. There are rocks in my socks, said the ox to the fox.
Wow.
And so all
That
you
sounds fun.
furs, make sure to check in next episode, and I will start reading that amazing tale of rocks and
the tale
socks.
of woey
Socks
socks.
and oxes and foxes.
And apparently foxes too,
Oh,
yeah.
Well, then that takes us up to our shameless plugs. As I mentioned earlier, Royal Highness, our other podcast on this network, with Highleen or Farrellyn. Be sure to tune in. They're watching The Last Kingdom right now while we're waiting for the next, I guess, saga from George Rebel Rouser Martin to release the next show.
George Rebel.
Yeah, George R.R. Martin.
George
who wrote
R.R.
Game of
Martin.
Thrones.
Oh,
Rebel
I
Rouser.
thought you said
I
George
did.
Revel's his Martin.
Rebel
I didn't know.
Rouser,
I didn't know.
Rebel Rouser.
Rebel
And we have one other podcast that I'm going to leave to Rayne to explain. Rayne, what's your shameless plugs?
Well, we have 3 to Who, the monthly Doctor Who podcast, where Barely, my British bestie James, and I discuss all things Doctor Who. The episode dropping at the end of November on my birthday is all about the Master. If you want to give this raccoon a birthday present, why not head over to YouTube and check out 3 to Who.
All right, TikTok, what have you got to plug?
That was very announcerish too.
Thank you.
Rayne.
Golden dulcet tones.
Thank you.
Yes, so anyway, I hope you got some hugs at Slabtown Scamper, and come and get some hugs at ANW, and also get on the float.
Cheetaro, what about you?
Well, as TikTok said, I hope you saw me at Slabtown Scamper and Plush, because I was there. So if you saw me, yay for you. Anthro Northwest, I'm going to be there doing a Squeak and Greet panel. It's going to be epic, so you guys should come, because it's kind of the prequel to the next thing I'm going to talk about, which is Get Out the Float, which registration and all that good stuff is still being done, and we have our dealers picked and all that stuff, so we're getting things ready to go, because believe it or not, February is going to be here faster than you can say
February.
Happy New Year. Yeah.
Or February.
Or February, that's right. And of course, then there is, of course, the one that I do have to talk about, which is Furlandia. We do have registration still going on right now, and hopefully by the time this episode airs, our problem with credit cards has been solved. And so
that would be
we
great, because
have-
then I can register.
yeah, we have the ability to accept people with credit cards now, so let's hope for the best that that's the case.
What, you didn't want to cash all those checks?
Believe it or not, I have this strange story to say that most people under the age of 35 have no idea what a check is.
You're right. Yep.
What?
And
Oh,
so,
that's so scary.
and they have no idea what a money order is or how to attain one. So, go
to your local post office.
Actually, you can go to your own bank, but most people don't have banks these days either. So it's kind of like one of those things. But hopefully the credit card thing is solved, because that's going to solve a lot of interesting things. But
I mean, I'm only 9 years old, and even I still know what a check is.
well, but 9 in dog years is a lot older than you would think. Ooh, that's very cerebral of me, right?
Yes.
Who knew? But that's all for me.
Okay. Ziggy, what have you got to plug?
If you happen to see this raccoon with green hair in Fortnite, please don't eliminate me. I'm gonna need the point. I want to get the cowboy raccoon, the gunslinger with that cowboy tail, and I'm gonna need the point. So please let me pew pew you.
Pew pew.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, for the censoring.
That, as I keep saying, and it's so true, that is like one of the most shameless plugs I've ever heard.
Yes, I mean, he takes it literally.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Taebyn, what have you got to plug shamelessly?
Oh my cow. Okay, so I mentioned this before, but I'll say it again. I'm going to try and do this fast, because I know everyone doesn't want to hear it again, so I'm going to say it again, because that's the way to do it. I am a pup. So, ANW Film Festival is submissions are open. Please, all you film furs, or all you furs that just wanted to make a film and event of an anthro nature that is not exposes, but exudes, I don't know what the word is, something about the magic of the fandom, and exemplifies the magic of the fandom, or is just a good fun anthro show video or something like that. That would be very great, and it's good exposure. You could have your video shown to like a whole bunch of other furs at the Anthro National Film Festival. So please submit. Submissions are due December 19th, so that's coming up right now. You can submit via the Anthro Northwest website, go up to events and go down to the film festival, and that gives you instructions there. As I said before, also Get Out the Float panel applications are open. we're accepting applications. It's a great place if it's a smaller con. So if you've always wanted to host a panel but been scared because too many people or something, this is a great place to do your first panel. And we've had some really great panels. This last year, we had some really great panels. So join the fun and the paneling at the Get Out the Float.
Paneling?
Okay, so me...
Is it wood paneling?
Is it
Why
wood
not?
paneling? Yes. What kind of paneling is it?
And it's good paneling.
Wood.
Yes. Oh, wood paneling. Well, it would panel if you submit for an application. Okay, I worked hard at that, and I stand by it. I have a link tree, linktr.ee/Taebyn if you want just a one page to all my links, but in particular, I have an Instagram. I don't use it much, but it's Taebyn Pup. I have merch on Fourth Wall, taebynshop.fourthwall.com, t-shirt, mug, stickers. I just posted some new t-shirts and hoodie, more to come. I have a YouTube. Don't forget to check out the Crispy Chicken Saga. I have lots of good math videos that have actually helped furs with their calculus exams and things, and just fun topics like Moby strips and Klein bottles. Cooking with Taebyn, you can learn how to make, like, boil an egg and make ice and very important stuff like that. Opening things, product reviews, drumming, other fun stuff. Oh my cow, oh my cow. New vids are currently coming out every other Monday, so please make sure to subscribe and check them out. My next cons are A&W in Seattle in January, of course, where I will be doing a lot of things. I was just asked last night to do 2 more things, and I said yes, so I will be running all around, which means come say hi as I run past you very fast. Get Out the Float in February. I'll be at Las Vegas FurCon for my first time in April, then for Landy in May, doing my story time with Taebyn, and Taebyn sings Weird Al. There's a good chance it turns out I'll be at Anthro Weekend Utah, which, by the way, my honey was very astute to point out that he noticed the initials for Anthro Weekend Utah, AWU, is AWU. I thought that was very cute and awesome. Anyway, so I'll be doing those things. Story time with Taebyn with Sings Where I'll have some songs I haven't done yet, so come sing, see that, and then, oh my cow. So, okay, I'm going to stop now. Come join the fun. Yay. I don't know what that is. Oh, you're going to tell me what that is.
Well, that sound means that our time is up here at BFFT. And so before we bid you all adieu, well, we promised everybody a new segment of where we give Taebyn 3 words, and he has, to our next recording, to come up with a pun using those 3 words. And the 3 words for today are remote, straw, and coin.
And coin. Again, those 3 words are remote, straw, and coin. So tune in next time. We will find out. I get a whole 2 weeks to think about this, which is no pressure or anything, but we'll see what I come up with
and
next
if any
week.
listener
Or
if
next
any
episode.
listener would like to play along and submit a pun using those 3 words, remote, straw, and coin, you can message us at bearlyfurcasting@gmail.com or through Buzzsprout or through Telegram if you so desire.
Come to the BFFT chat on Telegram, and we're all there, and you can let us know things. I love your segue into the ending.
Right,
there.
and we know that you all have a choice in podcasts, and we love that you chose to listen to ours. And you can support the show on Buzzsprout or through Patreon for as little as $3 a month. Every little bit helps to keep the show running. Or if you listen on YouTube, why not hit that subscribe button? As I said, you can send us an email, or you can send us a fan mail on Buzzsprout, and if you do so, please include your contact information and reference the episode that you're talking about, because Buzzsprout doesn't do that for us. So it would be nice if you let us know. And Rayne, what are your parting thoughts?
My parting thoughts are, as always, be kind to yourself and each other. Moobarkfluff, stay furry.
TikTok, how about you?
Keep up the fluff.
Keep up the fluff. Cheetaro, what have you got to say?
Well, as always, laugh, make people laugh, because the world would be a better place if we all laughed together.
Ziggy, how about you?
Yes.
Keep the faith, things are gonna get better, and pop goes the weasel.
Pop goes the weasel.
Up goes the weasel indeed.
Well, thanks to the staff at Injured Nerves Podcast Network, to all the furs out there, Moobarkfluff and stay furry. Taebyn, say your things and let's get out of here.
your things and let's get out of here. You see what I did? I just said that. But also, thank you all you for listening. We appreciate, love you so much for doing that. Shout out to Spooky who listens to the very, very end of these episodes. It's amazing. And also, shout out to D. Otter who said just recently, he said in the BFFT chat, for Taebyn, SO used to have a cartoon tiger mascot. Their slogan for years was put a tiger in your tank to show that their gas would improve their car's performance. This is the best ending to a show ever. SO Tiger illustrated that point. He looked a lot like Tony, but with a black nose. So, oh, no. It's, Ebron. No, so what I meant to do is shout out to Ebron Caniston from the chat saying that he also sticks around to the very, very end. So thank you. And to all you other furs, if you listen to the very end, thank you so much. In any case, we love you. We thank you. Hug you tight with pauses for listening. We hope you've enjoyed the stuff and everything. So until next time, I say Moobarkfluff, stay furry, bark, bark.
Barely Furcasting is an Injured Nerve studio production and is found on all major podcast platforms. The Furcast is produced, recorded, and directed by Barely Normal, aka Mike Began, and is edited by Barely and associate producer Rayne Raccoon. Opening and closing music, as well as some interstitial music, was created for Injured Nerves Productions for the use on the podcast by Reg Day with Damian Tanuki. Other interstitial and background music is from the YouTube Free Use Library and Epidemic Sound. If you would like to send us a message, you can do so via email at bearlyfurcasting@gmail.com or on our Telegram chat at BFFT chat, on Twitter, on our Facebook page, or on the bearlyfurcasting.com webpage. You can help support the show through donations at Buzzsprout or through Patreon at patreon.com/bearlyfurcasting. Thanks for listening. We hope you return to listen again. Moobarkfluff everyone.